The rock, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops, then find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like them other guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, sun up, baby.
Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the SWAC, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered a leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, and you're watching Off Script Morning Show. I don't have my good morning button, so oh man, you're like, good morning. You already know what I'm about to be. You already know what I'm about to be on to this morning. All right. So shout out to you guys. Make sure you like the stream. All 49 people in here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in to the morning show. All right. So listen, first thing first. I party freaks all the anyway. Hey, first things first, I will be traveling. Okay, so after today's show, I will be traveling. I am going down to Texas. I have a funeral. Okay, so I will be traveling. Listen, I might do a show while I'm down there. I might not, but if I do, you'll definitely see my kids. Definitely get the price. They'll probably jump on camera with me if I do something. So I will be traveling. So don't be like, hey Scotty, if something breaks, don't be like, hey Scotty, you ain't say nothing because I'm like. I'm at a funeral, okay? So I might do something, I might not. You know what I'm saying? I'm always working, so I'm always working. All right, so shout out to y'all. But anyway, listen, man, make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel. All right. Miss Body, I'm going to Dallas. I'll be in Dallas. All right, I will be in Dallas. So if y'all want to come on up to Dallas, you know what I'm saying? It's say less, you know what I'm saying? Say less. But yeah, so shout out to that. What else do I want to talk about? Yeah, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you become a member of the stream, okay? Every dollar helps. Thank you guys for your condolences. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for your condolences. And what else? Yeah, like the stream, become a member, and subscribe to the channel. All right, too easy. Let's get into these topics today. First thing first, all right, NASCAR. Okay, my boy Sean in here. He's a little off-white, as I should say. You know what I'm saying? Cool guy. All right, that's my boy. So I don't even know if he watches NASCAR. Sean, you watch NASCAR? Let me know if you watch NASCAR, Sean. But listen, NASCAR and HBCU. All right. The first question I want to ask you guys in the chat: are you a fan? Right? Are you a fan of NASCAR and HBCU blending? All right. I want to know that first. And listen, the call lines, I'm going to open call lines up off the rip.
You are the only participant in the conference.
All right. So anybody, he said, hell nah. Man, fan. Okay. So HBCU and NASCAR. All right. I want to know, are you guys a fan of the blending? Listen, at the end of the day, it's exposure. All right. Exposure. And you Bamas need it, okay? You Bamas need it. All right, so let's not act like everybody knows who you are. People like, what is FAMU? I know there's some white people, when they see that car, when they see that FAMU car going, they be like, FAMU? How do you pronounce that? All right, so listen, it is straight exposure. You can't beat it. All right, listen, you might want to isolate, but exposure, you can't isolate exposure. All right, you can't isolate exposure. You want the casual fan, white, black, Indian, whatever, to like what you're doing. All right, FAMU, exactly. What is FAMU? What is that? All right. So there's gonna be some people in there saying, what is FAMU? All right, what does that G stand for? All right, all those type of things. But listen, I love it. It's new, it's different. I have never been a NASCAR fan in my godforsaken life. You couldn't, unless it was Jeff Gordon was my guy, though. I was a big 24 car fan. All right. I love Jeff Gordon. I love Dale Earnhardt Jr. as personalities. I never actually watched racing, but I don't know what it was about Jeff Gordon. I was just a fan. I don't know why. I like that blue, red. I don't know. I was just always a fan of Jeff Gordon. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, you can't beat exposure like that. All right. NASCAR has money. Money. Okay. Listen, I don't know if you ever went past Daytona 500, but that stadium is off the freaking chain. I've been to Bethune. All right. I've been to Bethune. I drove past Daytona 500. That thing is freaking amazing. All right. Freaking amazing. So I actually love the stadium. It was dope. If you ever get a chance to just drive past that jank, it's dope. But what I did do, I used to play the NASCAR racing games when they came out. So That jank was pretty dope. I do love me some NASCAR racing games though. I get my little race car on. But yeah, NASCAR has money. They got plenty of it. You gotta have plenty money. You gotta have it when you're in NASCAR because of all the stuff you gotta buy, fix, renovations, all that type of stuff. So shout out to HBCU. First of all, shout out to HBCU League Pass. All right, shout out to HBCU League Pass. They are sponsoring the FAMU. Okay, that's what the white people are gonna be saying when they see the car. FAMU. What is FAMU? But they're sponsoring the FAMU car at this. I think it's the Pennzoil 400. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's the Pennzoil 400. So they're sponsoring that car for FAMU. Okay, so shout out to them. Great exposure for the schools and institutions to get whatever they got to get. And then hopefully, Greg Biffle, that's who's driving the FAMU. That's who's driving the FAMU car. And hopefully he wins, man. Hopefully he freaking wins. So that is what it is. That is what it is. So shout out to that. Shout out to HBCU League Pass for doing that and respect. All right. So just want to talk about that a little bit. And if you guys are a fan, but you can't beat exposure. Listen, you can't pick and choose how you want exposure. Cannot pick and choose how you want exposure. All right, going into the next topic. Jackson State basketball coach replacement. I think his name is Coach Brent, Coach Breyer. I don't know what his name is, but he's retiring at the end of the season. All right. So breaking news, he's retiring. So they have a few replacements. And this is just rumor mill. I've had people hit me up, so it's nothing confirmed, but just different people, subscribers. And shout out to y'all who DM me, Twitter me, and all that stuff to give me all this information. Shout out to y'all, respect y'all. Y'all, man, y'all be doing, man, y'all got more work than the Washington Post. Boy, y'all be just dropping articles left and right in my stuff. But shout out to you guys. So rumor has it, okay? Rumor has it that there are two replacements as of right now. All right. And let me tell you this. This one, I don't know who has been smoking the ganja. How in the blue hell do you fail up? All right. How do you suck? Listen, man. That's like you sucking at doing mail and then they put you in charge of a department. Bro. You suck at coaching. This Bama, and first of all, this Bama's on administrative leave right now, right? He is 7-72 at Valley and has been rumored as a possible replacement at Jackson State. Listen, real talk, if it's possible, I would have Coach Reed coach both teams. Tell me I'm lying. I would have Coach Reed. I'd be like, listen, I'll give you that Bama's check and you keep the check I'm already giving you. You coach both teams. I would do that before I let any one of these Bamas coach the next Bama. Man, listen, this the next Bama. Mo Williams, who is staking up the joint at Alabama State. He is 11-34, including losses to the Bama I just showed you, who was 7-11, 7-72. So you lost to the Bama. Come on, man. What is we doing? You trying to hire the Bama who lost to the other Bama who sucked. What sense does that make? Somebody help me. This makes if these are your two candidates, listen. I will listen. If you need me, I will come out of retirement. All right. I will come out of coaching retirement and I'll step foot and take the job. Okay. If you need me, break in case of emergency. All right. Listen, if I'm being honest, I would steal one of them D2 coaches from like Winston-Salem or from the CIAA. Them Bamas be coaching. Them Bamas get talent and them Bamas be coaching. So if you want to go get you one of them Bamas from them D2 schools or whatever, have at it. Have at basketball to me is something to where you can take coaches from lower levels and bring them up, in my opinion, because basketball is really, if you can recruit, if you can find the right system and the right player for your system, you can do damage. All right. You can definitely do damage. So I wouldn't mind taking the guys from a Winston-Salem State or all those schools outside. You got to do something like that. I have no issues with that. But bringing these two Bamas who've been sucking in the SWAC already, I mean sucking. Like legit sucking. And they both NBA. Y'all Bamas both been in the NBA and both y'all Bamas can't coach. That's sad. That is sad. And then the fact that you Mo Williams, have lost to Lindsay is even worse. That's even more despicable. Like, you losing to the like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Like, bro, like, come on, man. This Bama is 7-72, and you done gave him 2 wins. So he should be 5-74. You done gave this Bama 2 wins. That's another fireable offense. That is another fireable offense. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. This what you, man. Listen, man. I know. Listen, I know Coach Ashley Robinson ain't going out. I know AD Robinson ain't going out like that, man. You can't. Listen, Rob. Listen, Coach. Listen, AD Rob. You can't go out like that, bro. You cannot go out like that. All right? You can't go out like that. So I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe that you go out like that. You go, yeah. Nah, I'm good. I can vouch for Coach Hunter because there's a reason why his record is bad and know what costed him from winning. From what I've been told, the previous coaches at Valley were actually pretty decent at basketball, from what I was told. So I don't know. I said, I don't know what you've been told, but that's the move. Gammas is in this place. I don't know. I don't know why that just popped into my head. I love that movie. Gamma who? One word. Okay. That's my movie. Let me check out this Valley. Let me check out this Valley basketball. Basketball. Let me see. Basketball. We're playing basketball. We know that basketball. Now, basketball is my favorite sport. Damn, these Bamas are 0-11 at home. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me see. 2018, 2019. Dang, 0-20. Oh, Jesus. 6-26. Jesus Christ. Let me see. 1-21. Oh my God. 7-25. 8-27. 6-26. 9-23. Oh my God. Who would want this job? Okay, so back in 2012, 2011 to 2012, is the last time they had a winning record. They were 21-13. Who was coaching? This man should have never been let go. Who was coaching? Let me see. Wow, they went to the NCAA tournament and they were in the first 4 and they lost to Western Kentucky by 1 point. Wow. And they won the SWAC championship. Wow. Okay. Who is this coach? That's what I'm saying. 2020. That's what we need to be talking about. MSV. Let me see. Who's coach? Sean Woods. Okay. Sean. Oh, shoot. He at Southern right now. Oh, shoot. Okay. Shout out to Sean Woods. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sean Woods. So, yeah. So, so shout out. Yeah, thanks, Rube. Shout out to Sean Woods for doing that, man. But 21-13 at Valley, and you doing something. You are doing something. All right. So, man, Southern got him one. Southern got him one. That's how you listen. That's a replacement that's doing pretty well. Can't knock it. I like the scheme that Southern runs. I really do. Yeah, but if I was Jack State, I would just hire Tamika Reed, Coach Tamika Reed, just for both. I won't even waste. Just pair it double. Just do one. Just do one joint practices. You know what I'm saying? Like one big joint practice. That's what I would do. That's just me. But so listen, guys, if that's what y'all want to be y'all coach, have fun. Have fun. If y'all want them two guys to be your coach, have fun. But I don't know how you fail up. All right, last but not least, the talk of the town. All right, Tennessee State and the SWAC. All right. So word on the street is Dr. Cavill said, I can confirm the SWAC commissioner has reached out to Tennessee's athletic director, and thus the proverbial, he got to be he got to be Dr. Cavill. He couldn't just say something simple like, word on the street, he proverbial. The proverbial ball is in the Tigers' back court. That is what was put out. All right. So loving football, dating rumors, Tennessee State SWAC. Listen, man, I'm gonna be real. This brings no football value. I'll tell you that right now. This brings no football value. None whatsoever. It brings this brings pageantry value, band value, but it brings no football value to the SWAC. It brings zero football value, like none whatsoever. It's just, once again, as HBCU football does, it's pageantry, it's band, it's black on black crime. I get it. Okay, cool. But football wise, like, oh, we got a great football team. This does not. This doesn't make any sense. It's just as Mr. Campbell say, it's a money play. It's a money play. And Tennessee State, being a black school, coming to a black conference to get black dollars, to do black things, to do black people things, which is play in the band, dancing, all that, you know what I'm saying? But football value, this brings no football value. Nah, so it is what it is. I mean, listen, I would just be, honestly, it's just because I'm so sick and tired of people coming at Tennessee State because they did the white man. They followed the white man. All right, cool, whatever. Come back to, like, if you want to come to a black conference, okay, come to a black conference. Like, just so the fans could be like, so y'all can stop dogging out Tennessee State for wanting to be in the OVC. Like, for real, bro. Like, come on, man. They won't need. Listen, bro. I'm done with the out of conference games with the SWAC. I really am, man. Listen, man. That's what y'all like to do. Y'all like to play each other. Y'all like to, because I just get sick and tired of it, man. Like money. I get it. It's always about the money. I'm never gonna say it's not about the money. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. This doesn't bring any football value, but it brings pageantry. It brings in dollars. It's going to be exciting for the fans or whatever. It is what it is. So for me, if I'm being honest, I really don't care. I really don't. I honestly don't. Because, all right, cool. You bring them in. Whoop-de-doo. All right. Now, if I'm being honest, if I'm being a whole buck, I like the Clark Atlanta play, even with the lack of resources for them to be D1, because Atlanta is the Black Hollywood. If you can get an HBCU Division I program started in Atlanta, that's huge. That is a huge market. Now, once again, you got to win. All right. Nobody wants to follow losers. Okay, nobody wants to big up losers, but at the end of the day, I would love to have man. Listen, Rube, this is that Atlanta market. That would be so dope. Like that's a money play. You get that Atlanta market, you get teams going into Atlanta to play. Absolutely amazing. You just have to have that. I think that is absolutely a must. But once again, this is the part where I think the SWAC is not going to do his due diligence. I think as a conference, you might have to do some things to shuffle some funding to Clark to be ready to move up. You know what I'm saying? Like to move up to bring like some type of, get them up to date in funding and, facility wise, you know what I'm saying? But I like Clark because of the market that they bring in. Then even though people are going to say, well, Tennessee State, and the Southern Heritage Classic, that's history. That's okay, great. But you're talking about a whole city you talk about the whole city of Atlanta. That is a HBCU Mecca in itself. Why not bring that market into the SWAC? That just makes sense to me. If we're talking about financial move, if you're talking about a financial move, that's just through the roof. You bring in a D1 program you're moving up a D2 program to a D1 and have that Atlanta market on lock. Ooh. I would like Kennesaw State. I think Kennesaw State would be a lot better. But we know how you fans feel about white institutions. Oh my God, we don't like the white people. We don't want the white dollars in the SWAC. We don't need them. Okay, all right, whatever. But they'll have every opportunity to steal your market. Every opportunity. Man, that would be huge, bro. That would be I would absolutely love Kennesaw State because that brings football value. Not just monetarily, that brings football value. I would be like, what? That would be so freaking amazing if you could bring Kennesaw State to the SWAC. That would be huge. That would be freaking huge because of it gives you football value off the rip. All right. Off the rip, it gives you football value. Then secondly, you bring in that Atlanta market as well. You bring in that Georgia Atlanta market as well. And then they got their own facility. They got their own money. They're not too big to where they're going to outspend you. You know what I'm saying? They got great stuff and they got great money. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. Y'all this is so funny to me, man. Y'all want Bamas that can't even really compete. Oh my God. Let's bring in this guy that has no football value. You are so worried about pageantry and band and dancers that you don't even want to look at the football value of bringing. Like the SWAC wouldn't even. I would highly doubt if the SWAC would even offer Kennesaw State to come into their program. I highly doubt they would even do that just off the simple fact of like, you're not us. You wouldn't do what we do. Oh my God. Like, bro, it's a great football program. And the crazy thing, they'll be the number one team off the rip. If they step foot in this place, if they step foot into the SWAC, they'll be the number one team. They'll be the freaking number one team. They'll be the. What does it matter? UAPB don't draw fans. Who else don't draw fans? Texas Southern fans don't travel. Prairie View fans don't travel. Who else fans don't travel? Yeah. So that ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing new. What are you talking about? That is nothing new. A lot of fans don't travel. What does that even matter? What does that even matter? Because there's a lot of teams, like everybody can't be Jackson State. Everybody can't be Southern. All right. Everybody can't be. A lot of fans do not travel. A lot of programs. So you say, half of the SWAC doesn't travel as well as your top 4 teams. So what are you talking about? They don't travel. A lot of fans don't travel. But they're a good football program. I bet you if you stepped your ass on their campus, they'll mollywop you. I bet you that. So how about the football value of them? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's look at it in the bigger picture. But we're talking about Tennessee State and Clark Atlanta, whatever. But Tennessee State, whatever. Listen, man. Listen. I'm not here for the bands. All right. I'm not here for the bands. That's never going to be my thing. I can appreciate it. I can look at it from a distance and say, oh, that's cool. I know that song. I don't give a damn. That's it. That's where it stops for me. Okay. I'm about competition on the field. And this school brings no competition. If you Bama's ranked 12th, when you add this team, you're going to be ranked 12 -1/2, whatever. I mean, like, it doesn't bring you no value. All it does, it just makes the pageantry more pageantry. See, and this is the thing. I keep saying, if you want to isolate, just isolate. Just go ahead and do it. If you want to do what you want to do and don't care about competition, just do that. Stop acting like you care when you don't. That's my issue, because you're gonna play, and I already know how it's gonna get down. You schedule an out-of-conference opponent, right? You lose to the out-of-conference opponent. Oh, Scotty, it doesn't matter. We don't care. It's not the SWAC. We only want to win SWAC games. Okay, cool. You beat the out-of-conference opponent. Oh my God, I told you the SWAC is ready. We're ready. Like, bro, you either care about football in the competition aspect of it or you don't. It's just that simple for me. Listen, I'm always going to stand on that. I'm always. Can I understand that it's for money? I can understand that. Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's for money. Cool. Got it. Great. Oh, Roger that. But do I appreciate that? No, because I want it for competition. That's all I'm saying. I'm more for competition. So, yes, is it a perfect fit in the mediocreness of the football and the competition? Absolutely. Match made in heaven. Mediocre meet mediocre. Be married. All right. That's really what it is. If we want to call it call a spade. Mediocre meet mediocre. Get married. Okay. That's what that is. Flat out. That's what that is. Band meet band. Dancers meet dancers. All right. Cool. That's what it is. So what we doing? But if it happens, great. If it don't happen, who cares? I mean, if you had you had 12 teams, so you'll be at 13 now if they come in. It is what it is. Call lines open, 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. Call lines open. It's just that simple, man. It's just that simple for me. Like, however you want to do it, it is what it is. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on it. 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. Bands don't even travel to all road games. Let's see. I know they SWAC E schools are from the SEAC. That football would be better by stacking these classes. But you're not okay. The football gets better. Yes, by stacking more classes, getting more talent. But at the same time, you gotta beat people. Like, that's my issue. You gotta go out and beat people consistently. Somebody, anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Go out and beat people. Hey, Coach Green, what's up? Talk to me.
All right. I'm a vouch for Coach Lindsey Hunter for the simple fact there's a lot of stuff that kept them from winning behind the scenes that's not under, that's beyond Lindsey Hunter control. Like you said, with with the stuff with Dancy, it had a lot of stuff that affect what he could do football wise. And basketball, it makes it worse because you need at least 2 to 3 players that could like dominate the game. And if you don't have that, it makes it hard. It makes it real hard. And it was like basically scholarship funding, man, that affect them, man. And that's the only reason I'm a vouch for Coach Hunter. Now, as far as Mo Williams, I don't have no. I can't even like vouch for him right now. I don't know. I just can't vouch for him.
Okay.
I can't. What'd you say?
No, I said okay.
Yeah. Now, as far as when you talk about Kennesaw State, now McClendon, he probably got a forward-thinking mind because he's forward think. He's been forward-thinking for a while because he helped out the SWAC a lot since he's been commissioner, and he probably would consider KSU. He probably would consider them, but I don't know. The only thing I'm gonna say, because of the offense they run, I don't know if they'll like actually like dominate. They'll probably be in the top 5, but they ain't gonna dominate in the SWAC because of the offense they run.
What?
What you got to say on that?
What? They wouldn't.
Because the offense they run.
Go ahead. You think the triple option wouldn't work in the SWAC?
No, that's why I say they would probably be top 5, but they ain't gonna just dominate the SWAC. That's what I'm saying. They could be in that top 5, but they ain't gonna just dominate.
Hold on, let me see this real quick. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Okay, so they beat Jacksonville State, which was ranked number 17, 31-6. They beat Hampton 34-15. They beat Campbell. They beat Gardner-Webb. They beat Robert Morris. They beat Monmouth 49-17. They beat Davidson. They went to the first round. They went to the second round of the playoffs. So you don't think that they would dominate? I mean, let me get this straight. They'll be better than Jack State first. If they touch foot in the SWAC, they'll be the best team in the SWAC by far. Can we agree on that?
By far?
By far. They'll be ranked. Okay, let me say this. They'll be ranked number 1 above Jackson State. Yes or no?
They'd be tick for tat.
No, they wouldn't. It's not even close, bro. It's not even close.
They would.
No, they wouldn't. It's not even close. It's not even close.
One got the defense. The other had that triple option.
They both had defense.
DP is a pretty good defensive coordinator, dog.
Dog, they both have defense. What are you talking about? Kennesaw State was a top defensive team, and offensively they're good.
But I will take DT defense as a defensive coordinator over what KSU defense would do.
You right, because South Carolina State didn't just put 31 points on DT. Yeah, you're right. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Like a team with half a quarterback with but they so much better. Okay, no, I get it.
All right. Since you want to put it like that, I'm not gonna take. I hate to go back to that because Jackson State just flat out lost. But you also got to take the field goal. I mean, you got to take the field position stuff into consideration.
If you're a great defense, they only get 3.
Within South Carolina side of the field like 3 times and threw an interception.
Sir, if you're a great defense, you only get those points. Only become 3 points.
Hey, all I'm saying is field position. You play football. You give up field position.
If you're a great defense, you only give up 3 points.
So you mean to tell me if you give somebody if
you're a great defense, sir, listen, Coach Green, they scored every time in the red zone. You're not maybe you're not hearing me. If you're a great defense, they don't score every single time in the red zone. Every time. If you're a great defense, every time, make sense to me.
Did
And
you say wasn't they playing man to man?
They did it with passing. So which was supposed to be supposedly from what I was told, because I told people the secondary was trash. I told people that. But from what I was told, they were great.
Dude. One thing I knew about South Carolina, I knew Buddy Pugh wasn't just gonna lay down, bro. I knew that already. I knew about Buddy Pugh. All these other folks, Jacksonians, was sitting there thinking it was gonna be a cakewalk. But that's it, man. We gotta get off that, man. We both know they lost.
Like I said,
anyway.
Kennesaw State would be the best team in the SWAC, hands down. Hands down.
I ain't gonna just sit there and say that.
I will, and listen. You don't gotta say it. I'm saying it. So that's my opinion. They'll be the best team, hands down.
Yeah, hey, we both got our opinion on that.
We surely do.
Got our opinion.
Hey, appreciate the call though, Coach Grant. Got a lot of people on the call lines. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty, how you doing?
What's good? What's your name? Where you come from?
Hey, this is Adrian. I'm calling from South Carolina.
Talk to me.
So I have 3 points. The first thing, I'm going to go back to the NASCAR. So I'm from Darlington County, South Carolina. So I'm a huge NASCAR fan, home of the track that is too tough to tame. I think that is a great idea. And exposure, like you said, it's exposure. Good or bad, yes, the rebel flags are flying, but we in the South. They can be flying everywhere. So that point. Second point, I saw in the chat someone said Tuskegee can afford to move up. So as a graduate of Tuskegee University, I am here to tell you we cannot afford it. Okay? We have a huge endowment. That endowment has nothing to do with athletics. So I need to let that go in the words of Elsa. All right. And the last thing is, I live here in Columbia, and Spectrum is trash. Okay?
Oh,
Straight
man, listen. Listen, I'm in Columbia, too. I stay off Percival. Listen, these Bamas is trash. Straight trash.
Trash, dog. Listen, I'm trying to work. Had an outage last week, out 3 hours. It keeps going out. It's a mess. I hate it. I wish we had another option, but we don't.
You know what? I appreciate you calling in and explaining to them why my internet be bad, because they be like, "Oh, Scotty, oh, your internet dial up," and I'm be like, "Listen, y'all don't understand the struggle out here."
It's a struggle.
Thank you.
It is a struggle.
Thank you, Miss Adrian.
All right, so y'all have a good day now.
Thank you so much, Miss Adrian. Appreciate it. Man, listen, she understands. She understands the struggle. That's what I need. I need somebody to understand the struggle. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Scotty? This is Finisher, man.
Talk to me.
Man, Coach Green be killing me before, for real. And then this is your point about the SWAC not playing people out of conference, because they really don't see how good these other teams are. So it's always speculation on what other teams can do versus such and such team and whatnot. Kennesaw State would mollywop every damn team in the SWAC, for real, by at least 14, 17 points. Come on. Let's keep it real on that. But I called about Tennessee State. Of course, you know, off and on, I'm a Tennessee State supporter. So here's the situation. Tennessee State has been reluctant to join the SWAC because of cost reasons. All the OVC schools used to be right next door, 3-hour bus rides everywhere. It made economic sense to stay within your region instead of traveling 12, 14, 16 hours to SWAC schools. That's just common sense. Now that the OVC is blown up, now, okay, we're back into a corner. Now we got to do what we got to do. So I would not be surprised if they did join the SWAC. Now, if you talk about that other team that needs to join the SWAC to make them 14, Kennesaw would be a good choice if they were interested. I don't think they would be very interested at all because they have FBS aspirations. So I think the two schools that they need to really concentrate on, because I don't think they're going to get South Carolina State either. Albany State or the University of West Georgia, which is in Carrollton, Georgia, which is about 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. The reason why I say UWG is because their student population is about 40% black. So they're like a white PWI. They're like a black PWI school anyway.
Okay.
The influence of the students, the influence of the students over there might fit within the the SWAC culture because they already do certain type of things. They already have like the black dance team. They don't have like a real like legit band, but they can maybe get to that level or whatnot in 5-10 years or whatnot. But here's the big thing I want to throw at you, Scotty.
Talk to me.
If Tennessee State does join the SWAC, look for your top 5 or 6 SWAC schools to try to make the jump to FBS in about 5 years.
Really?
I think that's Deion's master plan for Jackson State, and he's going to need people to go with him. So the people that will go with him are TSU, are Southern, are FAMU,
and Graham,
or possibly Grambling. Yes, sir. And if Arkansas State could possibly get themselves together, it'd be Arkansas State. I would perfectly rather see Alabama State because they're in a bigger market. Because when they move up, it's all going to be about TV money. And if those 6 schools, along with maybe 2 other schools, could be PWI schools, join and form a new conference at the FBS level to have a viable TV market to sell to ESPN or whoever they want to sell to as far as them moving up to as a smaller conference. So I think that's what you watch if TSU joins the SWAC, because the AD has already said that that's the aspirations of TSU 5-10 years to go to FBS. And it makes sense with TSU because we have about 10 or 12 FBS schools that are within 3.5 hours of Nashville. So it only makes perfect sense for us to move up. And if the other SWAC schools are willing to do that, then I think that's going to be Deion's play at Jackson State. Look for that too.
All right.
That's all I got, man.
No, I appreciate the call finisher. Real talk. Thank you so much.
All right.
This is my question, right? Once you move up the conference, what do you do with the rest of the people that's left behind? All right. Like, I feel like the rapture. What's going to go at what's happening when y'all get risen when y'all go meet Jesus, your maker, right? When Jesus comes like a thief in the night, scoops y'all Bama's up, takes y'all to D1, what happens to the leftovers? That's what I want to know. What happens to the leftovers? That's all I want to know. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
How you doing, Scotty?
What's up? What's your name? Where you call from?
My name Quentin, calling from Baton Rouge, with Dog Farm.
All right, talk to me.
Easy. Tennessee State need to move to the SWAC. It'll make it easier. I understand you saying from a competition committee, but Tennessee State is not making no money on football if they're not playing any kind of, even the quality opponents they are playing, especially for all the other sports. They don't even get mentioned. They don't even have a baseball team to mention about. All right, so it makes sense for them to move to the SWAC from that perspective. Hey, they need to get the Atlanta market. So bring it in somebody like a Morehouse or a Clark. You make a bunch of sense at that time to do it. So I don't understand from a money perspective. From those two perspectives alone, that'll probably make the most money because you will have all the Southern Capitals for the most part in your play to move up to Division I. I understand you saying, so what happens to the schools that are left behind? You still get to play those schools, but you get to pay them more money because you're going to be making more money at that time. So that'll be what happened to them, and then they'll get to make another conference out of that.
Okay. I mean, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? You got to look towards the future of what you're going to be doing in the future, not just for now. It's not about the band. It's not about, the dancing girls that you try to make it out to be. But I'm saying that's going to be a part of it. But you probably would do this. I'm saying the SEC does the same thing. Alabama does not want to play anybody else really besides SEC schools. Outside of that, they just play on neutral field.
But you don't need to.
So you have
that's the benefit of being the number one conference. It would be different if the SWAC was the number one conference. Your conference is rated the lowest, one of the lowest conferences. So playing yourselves only benefits you monetarily, doesn't benefit you competition wise. You get what I'm saying? So the SEC is ranked as the best.
Too, right?
What?
It is about popularity too. SC is popular, but you gotta understand.
But they also have the best football.
1AA is the SWAC is probably the most popular 1AA program that's going around, right?
Popularity is I think you could say that now because of Deion. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you could have said that 2 or 3 years ago. Like I really don't believe you could. I don't believe you could have said that. So you're not You're a fad. At this point right now, you're a fad. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really. Go ahead.
That's why you got to move quickly because you are a fad. And if Deion does leave, before you can get all this off the ground, all bets are off. So that's why it kind of makes sense before other jobs open up to try to get everything moving in the right direction so you can be in a better situation at that point.
Okay, this is my thing, though.
That's all I got.
Okay. Hey, no problem. No, you good, man. Appreciate the call. Hey, Blue, if you listening, bro, call in for me because I got some questions I want to ask. So if you're listening, Blue, call in. I got some questions for you. Boy Wonder, my boy Blue. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me. Barely. You're kind of far from the phone. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, good. Hey, I was just calling, man. I kind of like the topic today, man. This the UAPB guy that I always get on to you about hating on us, man. But
go ahead, man.
Yeah, so I get what I see it both ways, Scotty. I actually like the fact of, and I said this years ago, of the SWAC building their own brand, bringing in more schools like Tennessee State. I was hoping somebody like A&T would have come to the SWAC also, even though, that's the distance will probably hurt them as far as financial. But if the SWAC could build its own like miniature brand, sort of like the SEC, and go get TV deals and use the band as another branding tool to like just build a SWAC. And I think the key thing with that wouldn't be can you beat these other big FCS schools, but the key thing would be how many players can you get in, like the good recruiting classes we had this year, and how many of those players are actually going to the NFL every year, because that'll sell your product along with the TV deals. So if you're getting the TV deals, let's say the Mountain West, I think they got like a $50 million TV deal a year with Fox or somebody like that. Let's say if we could pick up a $40 million a year deal with ESPN, where we show strictly SWAC games. That'll help you out. Plus, if we could get players in the pros, I think then you could almost, like you said, just go off and do your own thing. Focus on the SWAC championship. Focus on the Celebration Bowl. Hell, I would even look at doing a 14 HBCU playoffs that would lead to the Celebration Bowl, and that would include the other like teams that's not in the SWAC, like the MEAC and other conferences, and do something like that at the end of the year to make it even more, marketable and branding, just for the SWAC to do their own thing. But you got to put people in the pros. You got to secure a TV deal, and you got to improve the product on the field, even if you can't beat those teams. Now, on your side of it, real quick, Scotty, before I go, I get what you're saying, because I think Dion is looking at it the way, even though he didn't show it this year in the schedule, I think his long-term plan is to do what you are actually saying, is to compete with the top FCS level schools, and the SWAC does have to eventually beat those schools and put a better product on the field. I think that won't come until like 2023, maybe 2024, when our maybe top 3 or 4 schools can beat the 3rd place and the 4th place teams at the other schools, and maybe knock off a week 1 seed in one of those other conferences. But the guy who said Kennesaw State wouldn't be good, I heard it in the first time this year. I just went and looked at their schedule the last 4 years. They would kill the SWAC. I love the SWAC. They would kill the SWAC. I went and looked at their schedule since 2017, dude. These dudes don't lose more than 2 games a year. So they built a program. They are right now what Jackson State want to be in 4 years.
Facts.
In 5 years.
Facts.
But that's my call, Scotty, man. Thanks, dude.
Hey, no, man. Anytime, man. Great call, man.
Yep.
Listen, I'm going to go out. Shout out to the caller. Great call. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Anybody bringing up making a black national championship playoff game, I'm taking credit for it because I've been saying it since the beginning of the last season. I've been on that bandwagon from jump. I have consistently said, if you do not want to be a part of the playoffs, if you want to isolate yourself, just do your own shit. Just do your own stuff. Make it a 4-team playoff for the Celebration Bowl. Make it more compelling and more interesting to watch. You got to do something to sell to a TV company saying, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we got. This is what we want to do. Like, that's what needs to happen. It needs to happen. All right, my boy Blue called in. Let me get my Blue. Hey, Blue.
What's up, man?
Let me ask you a question, bro. If you took 6 teams out the SWAC, they can't make their own conference in the FBS, correct? They won't be making their own all-black conference FBS, I'm assuming, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now you're asking 6 black schools to go into a PWI conference and play against PWI competition that they have not been used to playing. How does that benefit a SWAC? How does that benefit SWAC schools by moving up?
So it's the same reason that a James Madison, a Jacksonville State, or a Sam Houston State is moving up. Like, is anybody going to think that James Madison is going to run through the Sun Belt next year?
Negative.
Probably not. I mean, they're probably going to. On my show, I said if they get 5 wins, that's an A+ season. That's how tough the Sun Belt is with Appalachian State, Louisiana Lafayette, Coastal Carolina, schools like that. But the truth of the matter is, with the TV deals, even for Group of 5 conferences, with the bowl game payouts at FBS, it would be more beneficial for a program to go 6-6 in the Sun Belt and win the Bahamas Bowl than it would be to stay in the FCS and win the Celebration Bowl and or the FCS National Championship. Being an average FBS team is more financially beneficial than being a great FCS team. And that's what it comes down to, is the money. And that's why you've seen, I mean, you got to remember Appalachian State, Coastal Carolina, now James Madison, Jacksonville State, Sam Houston State. There's been all these great FCS programs that have moved up just to be in the Group of 5 because they're making millions and more dollars at the FCS level. And so you also have better sponsorship deals. You also get more scholarships. You also can increase your fan base and things like that. So it's just financially a better decision to move up, even though you probably aren't going to be playing at the level immediately that you would be at the FCS. And I mean, the blueprint's late. I mean, Appalachian State's looking to move Power 5 if they can, because they've done a good job. But you got to remember, they moved up years ago, and it's taken years for them to establish that program at the FBS level. Coastal Carolina is kind of I would say a surprise, because you don't see a lot of people become that competitive that quickly and become a top 15 program in the country. I mean, what Coastal Carolina with Jamie Chadwell has done is remarkable, but ultimately moving up it's all about the money. Like Mr. Campbell and you say, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. Well, you're going to make a lot of dollars moving to FBS.
Okay. And my last thing before I let you go, Kennesaw State in the SWAC, what happens?
Okay, we'll start out with this. Kennesaw State isn't interested in the Celebration Bowl. They're not going to come. Last year, they ran through the Big South. Scotty, they were 11-2, 7-0 in the Big South. I mean, and for everyone saying, oh, well, they didn't mollywop North Carolina A&T, so that they wouldn't run through the South. I don't know how many people watched that game. They held A&T to like 200 total yards and held them to like 1 yard per carry with Jermaine Martin. That run defense was legit for Kennesaw last year. So 1, they're not going to come. 2, they would win the SWAC last year. They'd win the SWAC the year before. They'd win the SWAC next year and probably the year after that. I mean, Scotty, their only losses this year was 1 to Georgia Tech on the road, and then a 1-point loss to East Tennessee State, who went up to North Dakota State and was competitive with them. And East Tennessee State's running back, Quay Holmes, was finished 3rd in the Walter Payton of the Year award race against Cole Kelly and Eric Berrier. That team was legit, and they lost by 1 point, and they should have won that game, and it was just some bad clock management down the stretch that cost them that game. But, I mean, you mentioned their schedule, man. They were smacking people, including Monmouth, who was in, like, the 3rd round of the playoffs last year. They beat them 49-17, and it wasn't even close. And for, listen, I love Coach Green. And the whole they run a triple option scheme so they won't be competitive. They were doing it against better teams than what was in the SWAC. So, I mean, really and truly, I mean, what has been the narrative, even for SWAC fans, Scotty? Take me and you out of it.
Yeah.
What is the number one critique about SWAC teams in the chat by SWAC fans? What positional group is the weakest?
O-line and D-line.
What would happen if Kennesaw brought that triple option attack with those 300-pound offensive linemen that they got running the triple option with a QB who has been clocked at like a 4.4? It won't be fair. Jackson State's the only team I think can keep it within 14 of the SWAC, and they probably still lose by 10 or more. I mean, on a good day. Let's just be honest.
You said you sound so confident.
It's not a knock on the SWAC. It's not hating per se. It's just right now, like as the recruiting classes get piled up in the SWAC, they'll be there, but to say that Kennesaw State would be the 5th best team of the SWAC, you didn't watch enough Kennesaw State football. And I think that's what I forgot. I think it was Finisher that said this, is it's hard to compare FCS teams to the SWAC because, one, not everybody plays. We're going to see it this year. Alcorn plays Stephen F. Austin, who I think is a dark horse of the championship this year, really and truly. That game's going to be great. Valley goes out and plays some teams, Texas Southern, PV. There's some good out-of-conference games. Jackson State plays Campbell. We're going to see. We're going to get a lot of measuring sticks this year. But it's hard because a lot of the people making the comparisons don't watch FCS football. They watch their favorite SWAC team. They watch their rivals in the SWAC. But when's the last time they sat down and watched any of these FCS teams? So what they're doing is going to look at the box scores, going to look at the stats on their website, things like that, and then trying to draw comparisons there. And how do you compare Kennesaw beating Jacksonville State to Jackson State beating FAMU when you haven't seen Jacksonville State or Kennesaw State really play a game? Like, don't go watch the highlights. Go watch the game. Did you watch the game? Because if you didn't, I can't really take your critique that seriously.
Dang, that's that. Hey, that's my boy Blue hitting y'all with the facts, nothing but the facts. Appreciate the call, Blue, as always, boy.
Later, man.
Hey, man, peace. That's my boy Blue. Boy Wonder. I be trying to tell y'all, don't play with that man. Walking encyclopedia. Listen, man. He just listen. And it's once again, it's not a shot, but it's saying if you're not playing out of conference competition, you don't know what you are. You don't know what you are. Okay, so no. And somebody who said that the commissioner is going to get the whole SWAC to move up is lies. It's lies. That is never going to happen. Move the whole conference to where? Where you gonna move? So you gonna say, hey, you know what? We just gonna take the SWAC and we gonna make it FBS? No, it don't happen like that. It don't happen like that, pimp. That ain't never gonna happen. It ain't never, ever gonna happen. Okay, so yeah. And they say never say never. I'm saying never.
It ain't never, ever.
Hey, what's up, TG? Talk to me.
Ever gonna happen. Okay, so yeah, Scotty.
What's up? Talk to me.
Bro, you know why I'm here, bro. I'm here to interrupt your regularly scheduled program to let these people know that if they look up in the sky, it's not a bird, it's not a plane, but it's them hitting the like button. Too many people up in there for them not to hit the like button. That's all I'm saying. Can we get the likes up, people? Can we get the likes up? My man Scotty bringing you these news, getting the boy Wonder to spit facts, hot fire, and we can't get the likes up? What is we doing?
Oh, boy, you stupid.
Bro, I'm in here doing my homework, bro, listening at the same time. And I glance over because I got two screens. I got a screen with you on it, and I got a screen doing my homework. I glance over. It's like 275, and it's going up and up and up as far as people watching. And then it's like 87 likes. I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on? Can we get the likes up?
Can we get them up? Can't.
That's all I'm saying, bro. My man working hard, bringing y'all these info. Can we please, sir, please, ma'am, get these likes up? Because guess what? I'm at work too. I'm trying to listen and do my homework for grad school. But I hit the like button when I come through the door.
Thank
I
you.
wipe my feet. I hit the like
Thank
button.
you.
You quit food. That's all I got, my boy. I'ma holler at you.
No problem, TG. Appreciate you, man, as always. Hey, shout out to my boy TG. Timothy Green! Shout out to my boy TG. All right. Get the likes up, man. It ain't that hard, man. Why y'all do me like this, man? I know some of y'all just like, oh, I'm just gonna sit in the back and watch and hate from a distance because I'm a
Hey.
you know what I'm saying? So I get it, man. I get it. Hey, what's up, caller? You live? Talk to me.
So, what's up, Scotty? How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? Talk to me, B.
So, hey, y'all start being allergic to the like button, man. I know it's spring about to come around, allergy season. Y'all niggas allergic to that like button. Stop doing that, bro. Like it, because that's how that boy get paid. That's how that boy get viewership as far as when you get off that live stream. But I'm going to talk a little bit about NASCAR, then I'm going to go into about football. The NASCAR thing, they are rebranding themselves. They've been rebranding themselves for a couple of years now. So, you see the FAMU car, you see the Gremlin car, a lot of just black athletes that didn't make it to like the NFL or the NBA are looking something to do. They have a committee where they go out and basically like recruit black athletes that used to play football, basketball, sports like that, and bring them into NASCAR, into the pit crews and all that. So, that's an amazing accomplishment for NASCAR, bringing the black culture to NASCAR. And also, shout out to Winston-Salem State. They have a program with NASCAR right now. They're making a couple of their students drive NASCARs, be the pit crew, be the engineers of the car, actually building the car for, that person. So shout out to NASCAR. They're really doing big things. And I see like a couple more HBCUs partnering with NASCAR, trying to make their own engineering company. Like Daytona would be the perfect school because you got the speedway right there. So they need to go ahead and make that partnership. You see a Wildcat car, closing down Daytona 500. And the TCU thing and the commissioner, I don't think the SWAC gonna move up because I just saw an interview. He interviewed at St. Alabama State. He said he's not looking to move up at all. He's looking to focus on the conference, try to make the conference better. He's taking the conference like a turtle. So when the conference move up, it's probably gonna be damn near 40 and 50. I'm talking about me and Scotty. So the conference ain't gonna move up in a while. So just get used to the SWAC and playing semi FBS teams. We're doing better with scheduling FBS teams. So it takes a while for us to change. People can't be dinosaurs because dinosaurs they get extinct. So we can see the transition of young faces coming in the SWAC and trying to make it better. And as long as the young new faces coming in the SWAC and trying to make it better, and definitely these other schools, we're going to see that transition grow as far as football, basketball, athletics, and education. But that's all I got to say, Scotty.
Hey, no problem, man.
I hit that like button.
Hey, appreciate the B. Hey, listen, man. Why do y'all think y'all Bama's going to move up FBS? Let's be real. Y'all Bama's don't even like playing white schools down the street from you. Let alone taking y'all asses to a PWI all-white conference. You're not going to have an all-black conference. That ain't happening, all right? So that ain't happening unless you just got buku's amount of money. That ain't happening. And y'all ain't got no buku's amount of money. So what you don't even want to play white people in the FCS. Make that make sense. Oh, Scotty. Oh, we're going FBS. We're gonna take 5 of our best teams and we're gonna move up. Oh yeah. You don't even like playing white people now. You do everything possible to not play white people now. And now you're gonna move up SBS and be like, you know what? We ready now. No, you're not. Just stay where you're at. Isolate yourself and make your product better. Make your product better. If you're so popular, you wouldn't need to move up to FBS. You just make your money. Make your money where you at. Damn. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Scotty? This is Steven from A&M.
Talk to me.
Real quick, you're absolutely right. These schools are not moving up to FBS. That's just us as fans saying what we want to see. The universities aren't doing it. The athletic directors aren't doing it. The coaches aren't doing it. The only school in the SWAC that's ever tried to move up was FAMU. They actually left the MEAC, went FBS, and came back. So no one else is going to do it. So that's ludicrous on its face. As far as Kennesaw State, they would dominate the SWAC. I would still go to the game because I'm a season ticket holder. I love my school.
Mm-hmm.
I would not go in that game delusional at all about the outcome. If they have injuries, their bus has a car accident, something of that nature, maybe we'll win. But their team coming fully healthy, they're going to beat us by at least 20. It is what it is. Tennessee State coming to the SWAC, it'll be great for us to get the Nashville market, the Southern Kentucky market, because they are starred for HBCU stuff there. But as far as it contributing to us competing out of conference, absolutely not. If it would contribute, that would mean Tennessee State is winning the OVC. They're finishing like 4th or 5th. They're not going to help us at all. If we were to take TSU and drop Valley, then yes, that would improve us. If we were to take Kennesaw State and then drop Texas Southern, yes, that would improve our conference. But just picking up Tennessee State does absolutely nothing for us. That'll take us from like the 3rd worst conference to maybe the 4th worst conference. I appreciate the contribution only because the OVC is about to collapse and the MEAC is about to collapse. Other than that, it does nothing.
I would listen. So I like the fact of getting one, dropping one. I don't mind dropping Valley. I don't mind. I wouldn't say Texas Southern. I like Andrew Body. Texas Southern got money, so I'm not doing that. I would do a UAPB or a Valley drop. I think that would be dope. If I'm being honest, I think dropping Valley or dropping UAPB and bringing in Tennessee State actually probably benefits you more, and definitely probably benefit Valley a little bit more, dropping to D2 and being able to use that stuff around there. But yeah, I can't rock with you in the Texas Southern. Andrew Body.
Well, the only reason I said Texas Southern is yes, they did really well last year. But again, like I put in the chat, consistency. Alcorn had a great run for a couple of years, but before that and after that, what are they going to do? So is Texas Southern going to make the required investments to maintain that success? And I don't know if they will.
Well,
research-wise, educationally, Texas Southern in certain aspects bring a lot to the SWAC. But if we were to replace, like let's say, like you said, drop Valley and drop Texas Southern, that helps travel costs because Pine Bluff is still in the middle of the conference.
And you still got to go to PV.
That's all I'm
PV
looking at. When we say money, we're saying money across the board, which is why I hate the fact that we added Bethune-Cookman because, I mean, what do they consistently bring to the conference?
Well, I mean, you can't have FAM and not Bethune because that's a classic you want within the conference. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make sense because you want the Florida Classic in your conference. You know what I'm saying? That just makes it more appealing. That doesn't make sense. If you drop Texas Southern, you still got to go to PV anyway. I mean, that kind of defeat. They're both in Houston, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, but remember, with switching from having 10 conference members to 12, it changed how many conference games we have. So we're able to replace, for us, we can replace a trip to Houston to see Texas Southern and play Samford or play UAB or play North Alabama or play I don't want to play Troy, but playing those schools around us because we have football programs 2-3 hours away versus having to get on a plane and going to Houston. That's all I'm looking at from my university's perspective. I don't know about everybody else.
Well, see, I look at it like I can get your point. If you're talking about like if you would have came in with the like dropping off games, then I would kind of I'd be like, oh, that makes sense. You don't want games to drop off your schedule and everything like that. I get that because some of those games could be real money makers for you. My thing is this. You still got 3 games to schedule out of conference games. That's up to your school to do that. And one's going to be a cupcake. One's going to be a money game. So one needs to be a decent FCS team. Or you can do 2 FCS teams and 1 cupcake game. But that's on the institutions not scheduling out of conference games. You still got 3 games to do that. And you have teams like Texas Southern who has North Texas and stuff. You got Alcorn with Stephen F. Austin. You got, Alabama A&M with Austin P. So it's still possible. I mean, I wouldn't I wouldn't go that drastic, but I mean, dropping the Valley, dropping the UAPB, then bringing Tennessee State, to me, I don't think that's the worst idea. But it is what it is. But hey, man, appreciate the call though.
Oh, I do want to say one last thing.
Like
I put it in the chat. This whole nonsense about A&M winning the COVID championship. If their teams won, they would be thumping their chest.
Facts.
And if Alcorn could afford to pay for trainers, they wouldn't have had to opt out. Have a good day, Scotty.
You too,
I
man.
appreciate it.
I no problem anytime. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
So I can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name's Zay. I'm calling from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Talk to me.
All right, so I'm seeing some of these stuff in the chat, so I'm going to try to go over it. So I saw something about Tennessee State coming to SWAC. I think it's good. It would bring some money, and it could help them with recruiting. I think, again, it's kind of iffy, of course, as this is going on. If they do join, I saw, I think it was somebody at Kennesaw State. I don't know who's saying that they would dominate the SWAC. A&T played them, and we got whooped. Yes, it was 14-0, but they beat us up and down the field for most part. And we smoked South Carolina State, and JSU got whooped by South Carolina State. So if y'all think for any reason that Kennesaw will come there and just run the conference for the next at least 2-3 years, then you're tripping. And if you don't believe me, go watch the games from beginning to end, any of them. And that's another thing. So I know people talk about getting better players, getting overall conference, and I do think this season we'll see that because, of course, you're seeing a lot more of what's the word? Out-conference games against fellow FCS schools, like yes, Austin and Campbell. So I think till we really see how they do against those games, well, I won't say Campbell because Campbell is not a good school. That's not. I won't say them, but till you actually see yourselves play against these other schools, you can't say that you're one of the best conferences and can demand certain things or go FBS or get the kind of money you want until you play the teams that have the money. Because right now, the SWAC is playing themselves, and that's why they keep losing the Celebration Bowl. The MEAC is out there playing other teams, and they're playing better competition. That's why they're winning. The 1 year that they won, Grambling, they went out, and I believe that was the year they almost beat Arizona. Since then, they've done almost hardly any conference games that actually are vital for the program. Thus, you don't see them actually win the bowl game no more. Anyone. That's what I got to say, man.
Hey, no problem, man. Appreciate the call.
Thank you.
Listen, I'm gonna say this last point about moving up to FBS, and I'm gonna get off of it, right? I'm gonna say this last thing, and then I'm gonna get off it. I just want you guys, I got 302 people on here. Please make sure you like the stream. All right. Please make sure you like the stream. I should have over 200 likes at least, but y'all Bammers can't even do that. All right. Anyway, like the stream. So I want you guys to do this. If you at work, if you wherever you at, I want you to imagine this. I want you to picture this. Picture this, right? You're 6 teams. You took 6 teams to the FBS, right? You took 6 teams to the FBS. Let's say you made your own conference. I'll even give you that. Let's say you called it the SWAC again, SWAC 2, SWAC and a half. I don't know, SWAC and a fool. I don't care what you called it. You called it something, right? You moved up, right? You have 6 conference games, right? Let's say the FBS tells you that you have to play 10 to 11 games to qualify for a bowl game. You got to play 11 games to qualify for a bowl game. That means 5 of your games, you got to play out-of-conference opponents that are PWIs. I'm going to say it again. Well, let me say 4 because we know what y'all going to do. You're going to schedule a D2 team that's a black school to do the pageantry or whatever, or a D1 team or D1 AA team. So we know what y'all going to do. So one of them so let's say you got 4 games. So you got 4 games to schedule PWI schools. Y'all Bammers don't even want to schedule 3 PWI schools. If you have to schedule 4 PWI schools, it's not going to be a good look. It's not going to be a good look. All right. So stop it. Okay. Just stay where you're at. Be great at what you do. All right. Improve your market. All right. Improve the way you make your thing happen and make it all work. Improve that. Okay. Improve that. And this is what I'm saying. Make the Celebration Bowl more exciting. Okay, that's all. Really, if I'm being 100 with you, I think if the SWAC and the MEAC, all right, could make the Celebration Bowl more exciting, more competitive, right? I think you can take your product to another level. I think that's something that, you know, ESPN, if you shopped it around or however they do it, whatever they do or however they do it, I think they could come back and offer you more money because the game to me would be more competitive, would be more interesting. It'll be a better take if you did a 4-team situation with the Celebration Bowl or a 6-team thing with the celebration or however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear the excuses. Oh, it's late. We don't do this. We don't do that. Listen, make it work. Build your own shit. All right. That's all I'm gonna keep saying. Build your own stuff. It's that simple for me. Hey, what's up, Bobby? Talk to me.
What's going on, my brother?
What's good?
Listen, man. The problem we have in this community, man, is confusion, delusion, no infusion, and no solution. We have infiltration, degradation, penetration, and now we got starvation, brother.
I love it.
We can't feed our people.
Can't.
We need to mobilize, incentivize, and summarize what we have as a conference to make it better for all, sir.
I love it. That's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says.
And anything less, I would look at it and say, is it me or is it a conspiracy? Hey, my brother, you be blessed.
I appreciate the call, Bobby. You stupid, bro. Appreciate the call. Am I my brother's keeper? I said again, am I my brother's keeper? You know what I'm saying? So that was funny. I like that. I like that. Who is this Jai Turkey? Somebody get that gold nugget ring where Uncle. Oh my goodness, y'all are stupid. Hey man, listen, I'm about to get up out of here. Misinformed X. Hey man, I'm about to get up out of here. Listen, I told you guys I'm gonna be traveling. I'm driving down to Dallas to go to a funeral. So I'll be on the road. So make sure you guys, you know, if there's any breaking news, don't be hitting me up, man. I ain't gonna be able to go live for a minute. All right, it's a little 15-hour drive. So I'm gonna be on the road for a minute, you know. And you know, my partner in crime, she only good for about 2 or 3 of them hours. My partner in crime only good for about 2 or 3 of them hours. So the rest of the 12 is on your boy. All right. So I'm gonna make sure I get enough rest. Scott, shout out to Scotty's barbershop. He's looking. Hey, you know, I try. You know, shout out to my hairdresser, Miss Tamika, creme de la creme in Columbia, South Carolina. If you're in Columbia, South Carolina, you need your dreads redone. You know, go holla at Miss T. Go holla at Miss Tamika. And tell her I sent you. Tell her Scotty sent you. You know what I'm saying? Good peoples. All right. I like that deal. Prayer shift on my face. I appreciate y'all. Let's see. Oh shoot. Hey, what's up, babe?
Hey, dear. So, first, everybody, happy Thursday, Friday Eve. Please like the stream. You said I'm only good for 2 hours?
I said you only good for about 2 or 3 hours.
That's it? That's what we're sticking with?
What, am I lying?
I want this on wax.
Am I lying, though?
I want this on wax. That I'm only good, because I'm going to give you 2 or 3 hours. So you let me know the state, because I believe that I gave you. I said, hey, if you want me to take you, you know, from Alabama to Mississippi, I got you. You go through Louisiana and what have you, which I'm sure equates to more than 3 hours. And also on the Miami drive, I drove more than 3 hours for the Orange Blossom Classic coming back. Give me my credit. Ohio, I've driven more than 3 hours. So I don't drive a lot. I don't like to drive, but I would like to think that I try to, you know, stay awake with you, make sure that you're alert.
Uh-huh.
Do I not get the best travel snacks when we on the road?
You do. You the snack game tough.
Yeah.
Snack
and
game
and
tough.
and I'm you don't have to go. I don't be sleep all the time. I'll be alert with you. You get in the passenger seat and go straight to sleep.
Cause I do most of the driving, so I gotta make sure I'm rested.
I just said, so you're saying that my maximum is 3 hours. Yes or no, Mr. Scott?
Somewhat.
No. Yes or no? I'm gonna do you like you do the callers. It's a yes or no question. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Listen, well, y'all heard it here first on Off Script. So with that being said, I'm going to continue doing my activities that I'm doing now. Go ahead and get those likes up. We definitely appreciate it. And honey, I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, babe. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Man, you know I gotta keep it G. You know I gotta keep it G. As my oldest daughter, she does this a lot. So I gotta keep it G. You know what I'm saying? So all right. So my boy was like, yo, put Creme de la Creme's information up. I surely will. This is her information. If you're in South Carolina, Creme de la Creme, check her out. Miss T, you call her. Her number's at the bottom right there. I'm telling you, does great work. Has a great atmosphere. Also, listen, nice, comfy chairs. I'm telling you, chairs, comfy, super comfy. All right. So shout out to them. All right. So shout out to Miss T. Shout out to Creme de la Creme. Get your hair done, get your dreads, stuff like that. All right. You know I gotta stop by Buc-ee's. You know I gotta get my Buc-ee's on. Fresh brisket on the board. You know what I'm saying? Fresh brisket on the board. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get my Buc-ee's, bro. Come on, man. Wink if you need it. Wink if you need it. Now you feel you only get 2 hours. I thought when she said she gets the best, my mind went, yeah, wow. She about to keep all the snacks. Y'all, man, why y'all so messy, bro? Why y'all so messy, man? Why y'all so messy, man? Yeah, why y'all gotta be so messy? You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have even answered the phone while you playing. I should have just let her. Should have kept her on. Should have kept her on hold. I knew this late, but Jackson, but no, he was going to Mark Jackson. Ooh, I like that. Mark Jackson, I like that. But I mean, he makes a lot more money being a commentator than he does whether you ever would making money coaching at Jackson State. But that'd be dope. That'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, guys, I'm about to don't forget the beef. I don't like the beaver nuggets. Keep on red. Oh man, yeah. Shout out to Zach Grossi, he's the quality offensive coordinator, quality control guy at Denver Broncos. Shout out to him. We petty like you. Nah, y'all not petty like me. I'm petty. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just like taking shots when y'all can take shots. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm petty to the core. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like to take shots. You're like, this is my opportunity to take a shot at Scotty because his girl getting on him. So y'all just take y'all shots. All right. So nice try though. Nice try. Let me see. Nah, I'm not a big fan of them nuggets. But listen, I'm about to get up out of here, guys. So appreciate you guys. Listen, if you gonna pray for my traveling, all right, make sure you actually be going to church. Don't be out here throwing up prayers when you know they only going to the ceiling and hitting the ground. Okay, so I don't need them prayers unless you be talking to God and you actually be doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Please pray for me. If not, you could keep your prayers to yourself and just wish me well. Okay. Thank you. I don't need no ceiling prayers. I need like direct line to God. You know what I'm saying? Like, so don't be playing. All right. Do not be playing. All right. So next time you probably see me on this, you'll probably see my kids as well. So, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. So until next time, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. All right. I've been on this one number for like forever. I'm trying to get off of it. All right. It's been really bothering me. It really has been bothering me. I can't tell y'all my subscribers because it might blow your mind. So I ain't trying. But anyway, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you become a member of the channel. All right. I got a lot of people in here. Quincy Hall. I don't know why Quincy ain't become a member. You know what I'm saying? So my boy Sean ain't a member. I can't believe my boy Sean ain't a member. I'm gonna start calling y'all Bamas out. All right. But until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm a holler. God bless.